Hello, sacred souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is energetic healing support for anyone suffering from autoimmune diseases. So, I recently had a conversation with someone whose wife suffers from one of them. And when I read up on that a little bit more, Louise Hay actually has some really great information on her website. If you just go to her website, louisehay.com, or if you Google autoimmune disease Louise Hay, it'll come up. Like, it's at the very top pretty much. It basically talks about how when we look at our health as a mirror to what goes on with us emotionally, then, and also mentally, then that autoimmune disease, sorry, stumbled over the words here, basically means attacking, like the system is attacking itself, right? The immune system is attacking the body, our own body. So in that sense, emotionally and mentally speaking, attacking the self. And that usually goes back to having been raised or having been traumatized by abuse that usually has to do with a lot of criticizing and downputting, childhoods and situations where we didn't feel safe, where we were attacked, right? So therefore, when we carry that pattern into our adulthood, then we continue the pattern ourselves, right? So that turns into attacking ourselves. And since that is all on a subconscious level, we're not usually consciously aware of it unless we've done a whole bunch of work, like healing work, working on ourselves. Oh, and it's funny that the voice just cracked there as well. So, yeah, working on ourselves helps us understand things on a deeper level and what goes on subconsciously. Like, there are patterns that we have absorbed as children that we internalized and that continue throughout our whole lives unless we really actively do the work to heal from it, right? So some people, when they go through this type of abuse, go more outwards, and those people may attack more others, and other people internalize it more and they turn inwards, and that's where usually the autoimmune diseases start, right? Or it shows in autoimmune diseases. It reflects that the person turns inwards, right? So that usually means that we're pretty hard on ourselves. Usually, like, there's like varying degrees of perfectionism and the underlying feeling of not feeling good enough and so on, right? So basically a lot of the stuff that we've already been working on, but this time more from the angle of healing from attacking the self, right? So what I have here is the heart doll to get more of that heart healing, right? Healing the heart, where as a child we didn't feel safe, we felt attacked, and that can also be passed down through our lineages. That could also be from past lifetimes, right? So there could be a whole bunch of stuff that also plays into it, but usually there is something that happened in our childhood, right? And then I chose the hero doll. I already used the mask for something else, but still enough of a hero theme going on there, right? So the hero doll, because now as aware adults, we now have the ability to be our own hero, right? So we can now protect ourselves. But that doesn't mean that we have to shut out the whole world or attack others. It means that we can create our own world and be safe in it by stepping up, taking responsibility for our lives now, and doing the healing work. Because facing those kinds of trauma can be quite difficult sometimes. So that's why I added this doll. Now, what I did add over here is a heart bowl with sand in it. See, like here's sand. And the last few days, I felt strongly guided that I needed some more grounding. And it is very cold right now, so I don't exactly feel like walking around barefoot in a park. And I don't even feel like doing a fire ceremony right now because, especially late at night, it's super cold, right? So, sorry, I'm kind of chickening out a little bit there. I will hopefully get to it in the next week or two, but I checked the weather's going to warm up again in about a week or so, right? So hopefully I can wait until then. If it's really urgent, then I will tough it out. But if it's not absolutely necessary, I'd rather be at home in a warmer setting so that, you know, I can take my time. I don't have to rush because I'm freezing cold. Okay, so the sand is for grounding, and I actually want to try this myself and I forgot today, to just put my hands in it. I don't have enough to actually put my feet in it, so maybe that's another thing, to try to get more earth or sand or something, some type of soil, to have maybe a little box or like a big bowl or something, so that we can put our feet in that and have actual earth. I'm a little skeptical when it comes to those earthing mats. I know they use some kind of electric frequency, so I would personally prefer to stay away from anything electric when it comes to connecting with Mother Earth. But a lot of people swear by them, so like if you feel okay with that, that's fine. But for myself, I would prefer to actually have the natural earth. So for now, I'm just gonna try to like touch it with my hands and see if that works well enough for grounding, right? You can also simply use some earth or soil from maybe your plants. See, like even here, I just have a little bit of earth. Like if you have more and you put your hands in it, maybe that would work too. Or get more for the feet. Maybe that's an idea. But yeah, I'm going to have to see if I can experiment a little bit with that as well. Because Mother Earth's energies are so healing. And especially for those of us who live in colder climates where in the wintertime it's quite cold and we don't always feel like going outside more than absolutely necessary, we tend to kind of stay more at home where it's nice and warm, and we kind of miss a little bit that connection, right? So let's try that. And yeah, that's about it. So let's smudge and get started. Oh, and of course I have the crystal pyramid again for rebalancing the frequencies. And I had paused the twin flame candles for rebalancing our masculine and feminine energies, bringing them together and in tune through, you know, the whole twin flame connections. And yeah, that's about it. Okay. Oh, and of course, I do have a bone representing our ancestors, as well as the rattles here that I feel, like, to me, they feel very ancestral, right? So I just wanted to bring that in. It is a turkey bone, but just representing like our ancestors, right? And as I mentioned before, I prefer that over the actual crystal striker. I prefer the sound that the bone makes. So, which is nice because that brings in a little bit more of that shamanic element in my mind, right? But then again, shamanism is energy healing, and there are all different types of energy healings, just like Reiki is and many other forms, right? So we gotta go with what we're guided to use, and I felt the crystal, like for sound healing, because I was guided to include a bit more sound healing, and I was trying to find something that's simple and small that I can easily incorporate, and this seems to work quite well. I mean, I'm still getting used to it, but it feels really good. So anyhow, sorry. I'll now continue with the smudging and the ceremony part. Okay, please cleanse, clear, and renew all of our energies, and take away and transmute anything dark, low vibrational, and heavy, any and all heavy energies. Let them be transmuted into love and light and returned to source for reintegration. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. And help us reconnect with our own divinity within us, as well as all around us, and through that be in oneness again. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. Okay. Actually, I think I'll just let that burn for a little bit. Okay, dear Creator, higher power, source and soul energy, our higher selves, our higher spirit guides of the light, our ancestors that are in the light, dear Mother Earth, powers of all four directions, powers of the east, powers of the south, powers of the west, powers of the north, powers of all four elements, air, earth, fire, and water, and all other benevolent powers, forces, spirits, and beings of the universe that are of the light, please join the ceremony and assist the healings, prayers, and protection with all of your powers. Thank you. Please close the circle of protection around us. Thank you. And let the ceremony be done in a good way for the highest good of all, and be done with pure divine love and light. And so it is. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. I want to try to remember that part for the beginning, but I may quite often forget that for now. Hopefully not. I would like to say, please help me remember, but since I'm recording this, there is no direct feedback. But if you do want to put it in comments in future videos, if I do forget it, that might be nice too. Okay, so let's start again by giving thanks. Thank you to our spirit team, to the divine, to the universe, higher power, whatever you want to call that. Source energy, creator, and so on. Thank you so much for our life that we have, for being alive in a body in this lifetime, in such an important time of change and transformation for all of humanity. And while Mother Earth is also in the healing process to heal from all the abuse that we've done to her, as well as ourselves and all of nature. Thank you for assisting us so strongly in our healing and ascension process, and for all the blessings along the way. For example, I had just put out some thoughts that I wanted to find some wood for my next project, and I would have bought it if necessary, but I've already spent money on a bunch of other things, and I was asking the universe, if possible, if I could find some of that wood at least, rather than having to buy it. That would be amazing, and today I did. So when we're open and connected, a lot of these small miracles that help from the divine, from the universe, comes to us, and I just want to give thanks for that. So whatever it is in your lives where you are getting help and assistance, let us all thank for that. Give thanks and gratitude, and of course for the water that we consume and use every single day to help us heal, and to please also heal every single cell in our bodies that are all filled with water, with liquid. And for all the food that we eat, that it may help us heal as well. And thank you for all the help and support that we get from loved ones around us, for bringing the right opportunities into our lives at the right time, that we're nudged in the right direction, and for having a way of making a living to secure our survival and help us trust more and more every single day that everything comes to us when we let go of our own inner blocks and limitations to our beliefs, and that we let go of fear and just trust. As much as we want it, sometimes that can be challenging because of all the programming and everything and everyone around us not trusting for many of us. Thank you for this little community that is growing, as well as like the rest of our Ascending Collective, that we may already be connected to, and if not, help us find each other, please, and thank you. But let us get to the topic now, please. And let us heal our heart chakra. Help us heal from all the abuse that made us feel unsafe and attacked as children when growing up. And also anything that we've inherited from our lineage, maybe from our culture, from our country, from our soul family, from our past lifetimes, and anything else that has affected us. In many places around the world, there have been wars that our ancestors lived through, and maybe some of the viewers even lived through a war. I know in some places there's still war going on, or there recently was. Help us heal from all of that. Help us feel so safe, shielded, and protected, and our inner child. That, hold on, let me fold that a little more. That we're wrapped in a protective blanket from the divine, from source energy, to help us fully and completely heal from the trauma and the CPTSD, from the fight and flight, stumbling over that one, fight or flight mode, or the freeze and fawn mode, and to shift into a more active way of living our lives, but in a peaceful way where our system, our nervous system, can relax and all the stress falls away. Oh, what just popped into my head as well was, or is, a situation that happened a little while ago where I pulled up with my car to park in front of a building, and I could tell the man who was walking there looked nervous, and he looked back and he looked at my car, and I instantly felt that I should just go very slowly and keep enough distance so that he wouldn't feel threatened or attacked or unsafe. And so I did. And then we ended up taking the same elevator. And I said to him, don't worry, I wouldn't have come too close. And he said, no, it's not that. It's just that I grew up in a rough neighborhood and I still always look around me. So I said, yeah, I guess you're still in fight or flight mode. And he nodded or agreed. I don't remember if he actually said yes or just nodded, but he agreed. And then he had to get off, and I just told him to be good to himself, right? And touch the top part of my chest. And it's actually funny because I recently came across another video that recommends that for calming the nervous system, and I automatically did that without even fully being aware of that, right? But let's actually all do that now. That we touch, I think it's the sternum, the thymus. Yeah, sorry, I had to remember the terminology for that. So let us all touch the thymus. So the top part of the chest where we would usually put Vicks Vapor up if someone is sick, right? If that helps. And just gently stroke it. Let us relax. Let our energies and our nervous system relax and come to peace. And rebalance gently. Oh, I felt sort of strong energy at the top left of my back, sort of right where the shoulder blade is. And actually a few years ago, when someone quite nasty sent me some really bad energy, it felt like she was energetically stabbing me in the back, like right behind the heart. And this is where I just felt warm energy just now. So it's like it's loosening up that sort of attacking energy in our energy field. Wow. Let's do a little bit more of that. Whew. Oh, yeah. It feels like the energies are really moving around. There's a lot of sort of energetic activity. It's sometimes hard to find the perfect words to describe what I'm feeling in my body. But at least those of you who are empaths, you probably know. And for the rest of you, it's like a warm, fuzzy shiver in a sense. Not quite a shiver, not this one, but sort of like almost like not quite tickling, not quite a shiver, but sort of similar to that, if that makes any sense. The back one is good. Oh, healing our back. And that's also like where we carry our burdens, right? And I feel I have to strike the back one for our back. Wow. Oh. Whoa. Oh. And the swan feather for pure protection. Oh. So now would be a good time. If you have any soil, earth, sand, anything like that around, or if you have an earthing mat, let us put either our hands or feet or even just fingers into the sand or earth and just connect with Mother Earth. Please, Mother Earth, send us your healing energies. Send them through our entire energy field. Body, mind, spirit, soul, energy field, emotional body, and all karmic aspects, remnants, karmic energy body. Not sure how to call that. Throughout all of time and space, throughout all lifetimes, timelines, parallel and alternate realms, realities, multi and universes. Oh, the universe. multiple universes. That, yeah, that is the fragmentation, the splitting. Let us heal from all that and let it be unified and be one again. And in any and all other aspects that affect us in this lifetime and moving forward. And with that, let our entire lineages, our cultures, and all inheritance also from past lifetimes, and our soul family, let all of that be healed from this trauma that caused us to attack ourselves on some subconscious level and to start having these autoimmune diseases. We now love ourselves more and more with each day that goes by, and our nervous system calms down more and more with each day that goes by, and we're feeling more and more at peace within ourselves, in harmony with our inner child and our higher self. And we're connecting more and more, stronger and stronger with our inner child and our higher self. We can just laugh at things that are around us like children would. We can return to that childlike innocence of seeing marvel and wonder all around us. And we let go of everything else. We love and approve of ourselves, and we forgive ourselves and all others that didn't know any better when they did what they did. And it all served our soul. It was needed for our soul's growth, and we fully accept it with gratitude for having the opportunity to grow. And so it is. Whoops. Thank you. Dankeschön. All my relations. All right. Oh, that feels good. All right, if anyone would like to stay in these energies a bit longer, please pause the video. For the rest of us, let the ceremony now be finished, and we thank our spirit guides and the divine team with so much gratitude. We give our love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings in return. Thank you so, so much. Please open the circle of protection around us and let the ceremony now be finished, but keep us strongly safe, shielded, and protected. Thank you. Dankeschön. All my relations. All our relations. Okay, everyone, and thank you so much as well for being a part of the ceremony, for being on your own healing and ascension journey, and for supporting my channel. If you enjoyed this video, if it resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'm also sending you tons of love, light, and blessings. Be well until next time. I wish you great abundance, and may the truth always be with you. Bye.